When doing construction, there comes a great amount of stress when choosing simple things, such as door size material, window size material, and a variety of other things. Our team, Easy Windows, focuses on the choice of window materials. We have the following 5 materials: wood, composite, aluminum clad, and vinyl. Choosing a window material for most is one of the hardest things they've ever done in life. Sounds crazy, right? Our team went out in West Lafayette today to interview some locals. And to say the least, the feedback was quite strange. My name is Milan, Patterson, the newscaster here tonight, reporting from Kanoi Hall of Technology. Thank you for joining us tonight here at Channel 150.
Our first story is from Richard in West Lafayette and his tale of his self-consciousness of choice of windows.
Hi, my name's Richard and I have wood windows. To start off, I will say that wood windows are a no-go. One of the main things that happens to me is I'm constantly getting made fun of by my neighbor's kids. I've never been anywhere in my life where I get made fun of by kids half my age for the material I use for my windows. Sometimes in the morning I'll try to sneak out of the house to get the newspaper, but it never works and they always catch me. Some of the comments they'll say are like, "Hey Richard, your windows suck." This is embarrassing and sometimes I never even want to leave the house. Not only do I get made fun of by my neighbor's kids, but wood windows cost me my entire life savings. There were times where I spent days just trying to restain all of them so they'd look better. Eventually, I hit rock bottom until I met Easy Windows, and they redirected me to use vinyl windows on my house, and this really changed my life. They were easy to install and cost half the price of what I had put into for my wood windows. Overall, vinyl windows saved my life.
Wow. I don't know 10-year-olds care that much about windows.
Well, I'm glad he finally came to his senses, saving a lot of money and self-esteem.
Our next story is from Trevor in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Hi, my name is Trevor and I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I chose composite windows when building my house and I waited so long for them that I could have built a second house in the amount of time it took. And then when I finally got them, they were so malleable that my kids destroyed them right away. I was so mad that each window cost upwards of $500 and they just destroyed by my children. I was so disappointed. I had built my dream house and my windows weren't perfect, but Easy Windows introduced me to a better option with vinyl windows. My vinyl windows came in quickly and they were no match for my children. Now my dream house is wonderful with my windows.
Wow, what an interesting interview from Trevor. She had big plans that never actually got fulfilled.
It's always fulfilling to see that children are still a pain and every parent's behind. For our next story, we're talking to Shelton Benjamin in Lafayette West. Hello, my name is Shelton Benjamin. When I built my home, I chose aluminum windows, and I thought I had found the answer to my prayers. The resistance to weather was a must for this Midwest environment, but I soon found out these windows were a blessing and a curse. They held up to the cold winters and warm summers, but I felt like I was out on a ladder refinishing my windows every season. I mean, look at me. Do I look like Bob the Builder? I spent a fortune on heating and cooling, to a point where I had to stop heating my home if I wanted to send my kids through college, even with Purdue's tuition freeze. Thanks, Mitch. To save money, I had to pile on layers of jackets in the winter and dress skimpily in the summer. I mean, compared to aluminum windows, even I use basketball team looks good.
Wow, that face looks oddly familiar, but I can't really place it.
He was a pretty handsome fellow, though.
And finally, we have our last interviewee, Isaac, from the muddy Wabash side of East Lafayette. Let's have a look at what he has to say.
Wow, I picked aluminum windows, and I am so happy with my choice. CM150 channel, I just want to say how happy I am with my choice. Let me start off by saying that number one, the price is amazing. For what I achieved with my windows, I am so happy with the hundreds of dollars that I've saved compared to aluminum, wood, or composite. The cost has allowed me to put money in other places in my home that I wouldn't have been able to put into. Second, the durability of vinyl windows is amazing. They are made out of chemicals which are somewhat harmful to the environment, but you won't have to use stains or finishes, which are also harmful, over and over again like you will with aluminum and wood. The third point I would like to make is the ease of installation. I was able to install them myself and hire cheap people in other houses that I've worked on. Because of the flexibility that you achieve in these, you can maneuver them into a rough opening to be exactly made to the size of the window perfectly. The last point I would like to make is the availability of these windows, which is great. You go on any Menards or Lowe's, and vinyl windows will be abundant. You can choose from many different sources and varieties of vinyl windows. Overall, after looking at so many different types, I would love to recommend vinyl windows, especially from Easy Windows LLC, as you all know. So thank you for your time. I would like to thank Vinyl Windows for saving me time, money, and ease finding them and installing them. Thank you very much.
He was quite a smart gentleman. He really reminds me of Scott Stanton. Unlike his counterpart, Mark Zimfer, Isaac chose the right windows. We'd like to thank Easy Windows LLC and the students of Boiler Built Purdue for making this program possible.
And thank you for joining us on channel 150. We'll see you again tomorrow.
For my research, I looked at wood windows, and there are also some pros and cons to having wood windows for the material. Some of the pros are that they are a beautiful look and they do help the curb appeal of a house. However, there are a few side effects to having that. Some of the cons are that wood windows are the most expensive out of all the materials we looked over. You do have to restain them after certain periods of time, and you do have to focus on if they get chipped or not, so you have to replace that. In the end, it's just up to the owner of the house for what material they want to use for their windows, and they will weigh out all these different options when looking at that.
While our group chose vinyl windows to be the best because of their energy efficiency and their cost, there are some cons to the vinyl windows as well. The biggest con for vinyl windows are that they're fully manufactured. Because of this, there is some required waiting time. However, when considering our options, we decided that the durability, ease of installation, and energy efficiency of vinyl windows was worth the wait. Vinyl windows are extremely popular today, and because of this, they come in a range of colors and sizes.
Composite windows are one of the more recent advancements in window technology. Because of this, your lead time and your manufacturing costs are much higher than some other window options. Composite windows also boast a hefty price tag. They rarely fall below $500. Now you get what you pay for. Composite windows boast better durability than both vinyl and wood windows in the sense that they do not need to be refinished. They also boast better thermal qualities than aluminum windows. Now, a large downfall to these windows is that composite windows do not use fasteners to be installed. They are more welded together, so installation is much trickier and crews require special training, driving the cost of composite windows up.